Okay, everybody, you already know what time it is. We're going to do a reading. I haven't shuffled any of the decks yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that on camera. I hope everybody's having a good day so far. You know, it's crazy when I think that a lot of us kind of wait for, you know, motivation to hit us to do things, you know, that we know we should be doing. But I've come to realize that there's going to be times where I just do not feel motivated, you know? And I think that's where discipline starts to come in. You know, you have to discipline yourself to start feeling motivated, like literally. Or else you just will never get anything done. I'm trying to see. Okay. So I'm going to do, I'm going to get a theme from this one. And this is the the Priestess of Light Oracle deck. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a theme for the reading. Okay. So we have Guide, and then we have the Illuminated Path. Oops. And at the bottom we have Clarity, Planning, and Releasing Illusion. Okay, so the theme of this reading is Guide. Okay, whatever you believe in, it could be some sort of spirit guide, and like an angel, some sort of deity that you work with. It could be some sort of spirit animal. We do have a wolf here. Could be your higher self. Whatever you believe in. I don't really get too much into all of that stuff because we all have our different beliefs. And so whatever resonates with you, there is somebody here, there's something here, there's an energy here that is guiding you onto a path, okay? For some of you guys, it's like when you spend time in nature, I feel like I sound really weird. When you spend time in nature, I feel like you guys get like a lot of clarity, a lot of guidance from, you know, the nature world. I know, like for myself, I connect with the trees, and so I get a lot of guidance from trees. So maybe you guys are like that as well. But I feel like there's something here that's trying to lead you onto a path that is more, how do I want to say like more of light, okay? Because we may have been on this path of being in the dark for quite a while, you know. Sometimes it's definitely necessary to be on that path, you know, because we do need to go through the darkness in order to see things and look at things through a different perspective, you know, from a place of, I really want to say of a place of emotional maturity. And I feel like when we do start to, you know, shine a light onto that darkness, the path becomes more illuminated the more we shine that light on there. So let's see, let's get some tarot and let's see what can you tell me about this guide card? Take one for now. So we have the Judgment card. I'm hearing for some of you guys, and this may not, you know, be for everybody, but for some of you guys are trying to resurrect something. Okay, you're trying to bring something back to life. And I keep hearing close the door. Like, it's time to close the door on whatever it is that you're trying to resurrect, whatever you're trying to bring back into your life, to life. There's a reason why this door is being closed on you. I hope that makes sense. I don't know why I just looked into the camera, don't mind me. But yeah, it's just like this energy of we're trying to bring something back to life, but it's not. It's almost like I'm getting the feeling of like it's successful for like a moment, but then it's like the door just gets like slammed in your face. Or like something happens to where you just close the door yourself, right? It's like, okay, like obviously this is not working out for me. So for some of you guys, it's like you're doing, you're the one that's closing the door on this. And for others, I feel like there's somebody here. It could even be an ancestor as well, but I feel like there's somebody here that is like watching over you, and like they're like, no, like enough is enough, okay? And what I'm feeling is that we need to bring in this energy of forgiveness to ourselves, because the feeling that I'm getting is we may get like upset with the situation, but the reality is that we're not upset with the actual situation. We're upset with ourselves. We're upset with the things that we keep allowing, okay? For example, if this is a person that you're trying to bring back into your life, and you're noticing that it's the same, behavioral issues, the same patterns, you start to realize like, okay, it's not even their behavior that I'm mad at anymore. It's the fact that I'm still here trying. Like, why am I still here when they clearly haven't changed? Something like that. It's like, that's like the feeling I'm getting, is like we're upset with ourselves, okay? You may be shaming yourself. You may feel guilty. And that's why I'm feeling this energy of forgiveness, of really forgiving ourselves for allowing ourselves to try and go back to something that isn't working out for us anymore. And we have the Temperance card. For some of you guys are going to have to tap into the subconscious aspect of yourself to understand why it is that you keep allowing for something to happen, okay? And I feel like once we're able to do this, there's like this sense of like peace, like this sense of resolution. It's like this, it's a sense of just being able to surrender to something. Okay, and just allowing it to be. It's like, like going with the flow. It brings in like harmony, okay? Brings harmony back into our lives because we're no longer trying to force something to happen. Yeah. We have the Tower. And then we also have the Four of Swords. Oops. So, like I said, for some of you guys, you're shutting this door on your own. But for others of you, I do feel like there's some sort of interference here, okay? There's some sort of interference here that is going to just close this door right in your face. Because enough is enough. And when this happens, or if this is already happening, what this is going, it's like a reset is what, like, that's the feeling I'm getting. Like I said, even with this Temperance card, like that's the feeling I was getting, and that's the word that I was trying to think of. It's the reset that's happening, especially with this Four of Swords, because the Four of Swords is allowing ourselves to rest, especially about something that's been going on with us mentally. Again, we're allowing something to just be. Some of it was forceful. Others of you guys realize, like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this anymore. Okay? Yeah, look at that. We have the Death card. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. So this could be in regards to a person, some sort of connection that you have with somebody. But whatever, I mean, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be, but for some of you guys, it definitely is. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could even be like a partnership, a friendship, a business partner, you know, something with your work. There's just some sort of connection here that, again, like I said, we've been trying to bring it back to life, but it's done. Like, there's nothing you can do anymore. And especially with having the Death card here now, like, it's just done. It's done. It's crazy because I literally feel like I want to just throw up. I don't know where that came from. But I keep hearing too, like, death is coming for you. And that may sound really scary. It's not a physical death. It's more of, there's something internally that is about to shift within you. And you may be thrown into the void for quite a while too, as you allow yourself to heal from this. Remember, if it is a person and there's something that that person is doing, it's not necessarily the behavior of that person. It's more so that you're more upset with yourself, that you're allowing yourself to keep, you know, playing these games, because you're becoming more aware, okay? You're becoming more aware of what's going on. For some of you guys, you're still struggling a little bit, and that's why this Tower is here as well. There's going to be something that happens that makes you shut the door on whatever this is. And then we have the Justice card. And I'm actually going to read this Justice card out of the book. Where is it? I think it's back here. Yeah. So justice is power wielded with both intelligence and partiality. It is making decisions with all of the facts and accepting the consequences of any choice made. It is punishment of the corrupt and promotion of the deserving. And so the upright meaning is harmony, balance, equality, virtue, and honor. So yeah, like, I'm seeing the, you know, like the judges when they have like a little hammer looking thing and they like slam it, like that's what I'm seeing. Like, it's like I'm hearing like case closed. Like, again, like there's just something done here. There's something done. It's like the scales have balanced already, or they're about to be balanced. Something like, I feel like something is about to happen, okay? And I keep hearing karma is being served. Let me get one last card from this deck. King of Cups. There's been some sort of, okay, so I'm getting two different messages with the King of Cups. For some of you guys, you guys are closing the door on somebody who lacked emotional intelligence. Okay, this has been coming out a lot lately too, this whole emotional intelligence thing. I don't know if it's like a thing for the collective, but it's been coming out a lot. But yeah, for some of you guys are closing out the door on somebody who really lacks emotional intelligence. For others, you guys have been learning what emotional intelligence is and how it truly helps you decide things for yourself, right? It brings in the sense of clarity. It brings in a sense of peace, a sense of understanding. For some of you guys, this was a situation that like literally made you guys drown, okay? It felt like it was suffocating. Yeah, look. I literally split the deck and look what's in the middle. Literally somebody drowning. But the reason why this person is drowning is because the other person up here cut their fingers off. Okay? This is the Ten of Swords. There's something ending here. Like I said, it's done. And there's definitely another person involved in this. This is deep betrayal. This is a betrayal that has already been within us, okay? I like to think that people come into our lives to teach us things. People are vessels, right? We're here to learn from other people if you can allow yourself to see things from that perspective. Because remember, a lot of us like to blame the outside world for all our problems, and this person made me feel this way, and this person, did this to me, and I just will never get over it because this person. When in reality, a lot of what we see on the outside is already things we already experience in here, or it's things we've experienced in the past, in our early childhood lives. It could even go into past lives if you're somebody who believes in that. I will share a little story with you guys about my experience. I realized that the more I did healing, so the more I tapped into like shadow work, energy work, it led me into going into past lives of my own. And I remember I was laying down in bed. I was doing a meditation, and I think it was for clearing of like the earth star chakra. It like brought in this memory of, it showed me, but like a different version of me. Like it wasn't me in this lifetime, but they showed me grabbing a vase, and it was one of those like really big, not big, it was like a medium-sized vase. It was like a clay, made out of clay. It was gray. And it showed me like me grabbing that and literally bashing my husband's face in with it, because I caught him in bed with another woman. And so I killed my husband in that lifetime. And I was like when I came out of that, I was just like, whoa. I was like, was that like a lot? Like, was that a past life that I just experienced? And come to find out it was. And then there was another time where I was getting an energy session done by my Reiki teacher. This was like probably last year, I think. I was getting this session done, and I remember it showed me, actually no, that was the beginning of this year is when I experienced that one. But I remember it showed me that I got my face bashed in. And you want to know by who? By my father. My father literally was punching my face in to where it was destroyed. He bashed my face in. And my mom threw my body over a cliff into the ocean. And I was just like, whoa. Because you see how both of those past lives correlate with one another. In the first one, I was the one that bashed my husband's face in. In this one, it was my father who bashed my face in with his fist. So, betrayal in both of those lifetimes. Betrayal by my husband and betrayal by my father. There was another one where this was actually two separate occasions. There was one time I was meditating. I was sitting on my bed. I was sitting on the edge of the bed. And all of a sudden, like my head, just like right here, like it just started to hurt. Like I literally felt like I was like shot in the head. I could feel it, you know? And I heard the thing that it actually like took me out of my meditation because it scared the fuck out of me. Well, then on a different occasion, I ended up seeing myself on my knees. I remember I was in a fancy looking dress. I think it was like red high heels. My hands were tied behind my back. I was on my knees and I was shot in the head. I couldn't even tell you who the person was. I don't know if it was a masculine or if it was a feminine. I feel like it was a masculine that did it. But I just remember getting shot. Basically execution style. I don't know. Is that more in the front? I don't know. And then like that's kind of all that I got from that. So I don't really know too much about that one. But I was like, there's just so much death and so much betrayal in a lot of my past lives. And it's funny because they actually kind of correlate with this lifetime as well. I went to go live with my dad when I was probably about like the age of 5. And I lived with him from like the age of 5 up until 13, 14. And I was abused by my stepmom in this lifetime. And I finally got tired of the bullshit when I was 13. It's funny because this was my room when I was a teenager. I'm living back with my dad because of some stuff that has happened. But this was my room when I was a teenager, when I was 13, when I was still getting abused. And I haven't been in this room, I think it was, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So what, 14 years? I had not been in this room for 14 years. And I'm finally back in here. And let me tell you, I've done a lot of fucking healing, a lot of self-forgiveness, a lot of forgiveness on my family members. Like, it's been crazy. Being here has brought a lot of those past life memories back. I remember when I was 15, I had gotten drunk. I was with my friend and his friend was older. His friend was like 19. They had got me drunk and they basically sexually assaulted me, the both of them. And I remember, like, after leaving the house, because the cops had came to their house, picked me up, took me back home, I didn't tell the cops anything. I didn't tell anybody anything. But I did tell my dad. It was funny because that trauma came up when I was experiencing this other traumatic event that happened in my life. But the trauma of my dad or of my stepmom abusing me came up. And I remember I told my dad, and I was like, hey, like, I just want to let you know that, you know, my stepmom abused me. She would do it when you weren't home. I know I never told you. I was like, but I just feel like, you know, you should know. And you know what he did? He did not believe me. He didn't trust me. He basically just shoved it to the side and blamed me for being a bad child. So basically saying that I deserved it. And you know what that was to me? That was literally a punch in the gut. It felt like I was betrayed by the one person I felt like should have trusted me. So you see what I'm saying? Yeah, there may have not been any sort of death, any physical death, but there was still that wound of betrayal that came up. And so, obviously, as a teenager, I didn't understand why I was being treated that way, you know? And so, now that I've been on this healing journey for like the last 5 years of my life, I've understood things more and more. And the more I allow for myself to be open and receptive, the more things have been shown to me. And it's been easier for me to understand why I've experienced certain traumas in this lifetime. And you know what? That's not for everybody. Not everybody's going to feel that way. For me, that's my journey. And that's what has helped me heal and bring forgiveness into myself, and to see things differently. So it's really funny how your past lives, or even your life's early stages of life, really affect you as an adult. So yeah. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get an animal card, and we're going to see what advice the animals have for us in regards to this situation. They're telling me to read the Ten of Swords out of the book too, so I will when I get a animal card. So we have shark, we have focus, action, and fear. So the word that I'm getting is, or the sentence that I'm getting is, what are you focusing on? And if you are focusing on something, is it bringing fear into your life? Again, there's something here within the subconscious, or some sort of emotion that you keep reliving, okay? These people, these situations, they keep bringing up the same emotion for you. Have you been able to get into your body to understand what emotion that is? Because we also have the crow, which is communication, truth, and story. So there's some sort of story that you keep telling yourself over and over and over and over again. And in doing so, that story is going to keep replaying until you are able to look at it completely different. So let me read this Ten of Swords out of the book. And it says, the Ten of Swords represents backstabbing and betrayal. Sedna's father pushes her from his kayak, wow, and chops off her fingers when she tries to cling to his boat. She sinks to the bottom of the ocean and becomes consumed with wrath, eternally seeking revenge. So the upright position means bitterness, betrayal, rock bottom, martyrdom, and severing ties. That is fucking crazy. That her father, just what I was just talking about, literally what I was just talking about, but it's crazy that her father is the one that betrayed her, basically killed her. And then we have the energy of the shark here as well. I love when the cards do this, because the cards do not lie. So yeah, I mean, it could be that energy of betrayal too. And the other part that really stuck out to me is getting revenge, wanting revenge. I've been that way. Okay. I'm Scorpio moon. I have wanted to get revenge, especially on my father. I wanted to get revenge on him. And I didn't. I chose to take a different path, which is, what was the first card that came out? Guide. The illuminated path. I feel like your guides are trying to help you guys take a different path before you do something that may hurt you in the end. Remember, just like the Justice card, if you're doing something out of corruption, it's going to bite you in the ass. It is going to come back for you. Wow. That is insane. And then we have Shooting Star, confirmation. So this is, the feeling that I'm getting from this card is that this is just telling me that everything that I am saying right now is just a confirmation. Like, everything that I'm saying is just straight on. Okay. Let's see if one more wants to come out. Yeah, we have palmistry, interpretation. There's something here that, again, you keep repeating this story to yourself. It's the way you're seeing something. It's the way you're interpreting something. It's the way you're projecting something, because we do have the mirror, the scrying mirror, which is projection. So again, there's something here that you keep seeing with her eyes instead of a fresh perspective. And like I said, for some of you guys, you're already acknowledging this, you're realizing this, but for others of you, it's literally about to be like a slap in the face. And sometimes we need that. I've been there. It still happens to me too. So let's get one last card from, it's funny because the same card that fell out has the same card that's been falling out. So let's get, holy crap. Oops. Wow. Okay. Look, there's another wolf too at the bottom of the deck. And look, we have telepathy, transmission, perception, and communication. So communications come out twice. Perception has been coming out. What are you communicating with yourself? Again, what stories do you keep telling yourself? So we have healing the heart, power of self-love. Which makes sense. It goes, I'm going to read that one out of the book. And actually there's another card that fell down. I just don't really want to pick it up. I guess I'll get it right now. But, oh, and look what it is, you guys. It's the divine masculine. So there could be some sort of masculine energy here that's betrayed us, okay? And maybe it could have been a father. It could have been a father figure, somebody close to you. You guys may have had a lot of issues with the masculine energy. So it says, the priestess of personal power brings you a message of hope and healing. Sacred geometry encases her upper 4 chakras with the lower circle moving through her heart center. This represents a healing energy coming to lift you up and bring you true peace and personal power. The priestess reveals that inner strength you can call upon to overcome past heartbreaks that may have left you hurt and full of longing. The pain could be from a recent breakup, or it may be the lingering ache from a love lost long ago. Wow. The scars in the heart center might even relate back to misinformation or mistreatment in childhood. In fact, issues of rejection, abandonment, and even betrayal may be driving your present perspective on love. Again, there's that word perspective. These past experiences have caused a shutting down reaction and emotional resistance to love in spite of your mental desire for it. Now is the time to heal the old heart wounds and reverse the faulty conclusions that are actually blocking your desire. The circle of consciousness and thought represents your higher intentions where love is concerned. Within each powerful vortex of personal energy is the expanding strength of your relationship with yourself. You always have the choice to love and care for yourself, to vent your frustrations, and to take action on your own behalf. When you consciously release old fears and desperate needs, you will awaken the strong person within, and your daily life force will project waves of joy and confidence, 2 truly irresistible energies in the universe. And the affirmation is, it is safe and comfortable for me to love and to be loved. I live in my personal power, loving and encouraging myself every single day. So yes, there's something here that you're closing out, whether it's by choice or whether it's by force. It's done. It's getting closed out. This is a time for you to genuinely go within yourself and really bring that love to yourself, that love that you've been seeking outside of yourself. Not only are you closed off to it, but you're also closed off to receiving your own love, okay? So we're going to end the reading off with one of these cards, and yeah. Let's see what we get. And I will be reading this one from the book because I just love the guidance that the book gives in regards to these cards. So give me a card to end this reading off. It's too many. Too many. I just want one, please. Okay, and we have Master Healing. How beautiful. Okay, so this is number 33, which is also a master number. And it says, as you meditate, remain true to what inspires your heart and commit to your spiritual path. You become an increasingly powerful healer. You are here to live your own life, to be true to what genuinely moves you. The unconditionally loving guide and ascended master, Serapis Bey, comes to you now with the blessing of Master Healing to further your success on your path. The Master Serapis Bey is a beloved guide for those who feel a strong soul connection to ancient Egypt, for healers who are developing their own modalities, and those who love to work with the high-frequency concepts. He also assists with the translation of spiritual inspiration into practical worldly plans. He comes to confirm that the Ascended Masters are aware of you. You are an integral part of a powerful spiritual team that has taken physical incarnation to help awaken consciousness into love. You are asked to tune into your heart. What do you love enough to overcome any obstacle to attain it? What motivates and inspires you? Now what seems possible or practical, not what seems possible or practical, but what is authentic. We are most powerful when we serve authentically from the heart. A bird might learn how to dive underwater from time to time, but is never going to be at its most powerful if it has to live underwater. It would struggle to thrive if it were forced itself into such an unnatural expression of its life energy. The bird yearns to fly because that is its divine nature and purpose. You too have divine nature and purpose, and your heart holds the clue. What feels most like you? It is difficult to access the truth of our own nature when we believe we should live up to the expectations of others. If we are attached to an outcome or afraid of an answer, we can unintentionally block our perspective faculties, a spiritual version of sticking our fingers in our ears and shouting blah blah blah. Whew. If we are willing to go through what is necessary for an outcome, it will happen for us. The details may appear different from what we imagined they would, but the truth remains. If you ask for something and are willing to go through the process required to have that come to you, it will happen for you. The universe is that generous, unconditionally supportive and loving of you. It is your creative partner. It will provide you with all you need to manifest your dreams, desires, and destiny. Wow. So again, there's something in the heart that we're holding on to, okay, that we need to really bring healing in. Because just as he was saying with that description of the bird, a bird will never thrive underwater, like living underwater. Yes, it can dive in and stay in the water for a moment, but it cannot actually stay there. And that's what I was saying